With WWE 2K25 right around the corner, we see that commercial has been wrapped up, and I definitely want to talk about what could potentially be the new showcase for next year's game. Obviously, a lot of us are not fans of the mode, but based on previous history, I believe that mode is going to end up making a comeback, obviously. So let's go on ahead and get into it, y'all. Let's go on ahead and talk about it. WWE 2K25 showcase mode. I believe there should be 3 people that should have a chance at getting in this mode. The first one I'm going to start with is Roman Reigns, and I want a showcase of just his title reign. Personally, a lot of it is going to be interferences and stuff like that, but the fact of the matter is that this title reign was a big moment for wrestling, for WWE. It was, you know, the hottest in the industry, and the hottest the industry has ever been, man. This guy did not get beat for 3 to 4 years, regardless of interferences and whatnot. He was just him. He just had the company on his back for that many years. The company was at a super low point before Roman Reigns got the titles, and then after that, it started to go back up. Cody debuted, and then we just had a whole lot of stuff in there. The Rock came back. I mean, bro, WWE was at its hottest that it's been in a very long time under Roman Reigns as, you know, the world champion. I would love to see a Bloodline story with everything, and then we just have that WrestleMania 40 where Cody Rhodes beats him as at the end, and then you get the Jey Uso attire. Like, I don't know. I personally think that it could be really cool with the Jey Uso, the Jimmy Uso attires. You got the Paul Heyman, you got the Roman. And yeah, we did get the WrestleMania showcase last year, and we did get to see that Cody and Roman match. But I think that if they do something where they dedicate it towards Roman, and then you also have a Bloodline cover, I just think it could be really cool. Just personally speaking, I think that, you know, Roman Reigns on the cover of WWE 2K25, I think it would be well deserved. I think he is definitely somebody who definitely needs a solo cover. You know what I'm saying? He's been on the cover for 2K20 with Becky Lynch, but we need a solo cover for Roman Reigns. So personally, I really hope that's the way they go, and that's why it is #1 on my list, because I would love to see a Roman Reigns Bloodline story go crazy. And I know that the Bloodline story isn't over, but the title reign alone would do so much for the showcase. And honestly, it wasn't that many matches according to a lot of y'all. So I don't think it should be that hard to put in a game or whatnot. So it would be exciting to see that for sure. And before I move on from the Bloodline showcase, I would love to see a Bloodline mode. If they are going to introduce any modes this year, I feel like that should be it. Do you guys remember the streak mode back in the day, back in 2K14, where you had to defeat the Undertaker and he would get all types of weird animations? I personally love that mode. If we can get something with the Bloodline where they come in and beat you up, hey man, I think that would be cool as well. So hopefully they go that way. They design the game around that. And yeah, man, hopefully we go crazy. And my next candidate for a showcase would be Randy Orton. Now, this one would be tough. This one would be tough simply because he had one of his first reigns by beating Chris Benoit. Obviously, we know what happened there. And then Edge has left the company, so they don't have the rights to him. And we know that there was a lot of history there as well. So we would get a lot of Randy Orton, John Cena, maybe the Randy Orton and CM Punk match at WrestleMania 27. If Randy were to be the showcase, I think he is somebody that deserves it. But unfortunately, there's a lot of guys and, you know, different situations that have happened since that I think would cause the authenticity of the showcase to go down, because it would miss some important moments. And I think that, you know, they can still make something out of it, but again, I think we could have, you know, some better moments, unfortunately. But I think in the end, Randy will get a showcase, whether it's this year, the next, the year after. He's going to get a showcase, and I think that he definitely should. It's one of those ones where his career's not over yet, and he obviously still has a lot of juice in the tank. So it's very possible that, you know, he's going to win another title or whatnot. So I guess that may be one of WWE's reasons to hold back on giving Randy a showcase. But I do think that it would be dope to see Randy Orton in a showcase mode, man. It's like one of those things where he's just a legend, and I would just love to see, you know, Randy go out there and get that, you know what I'm saying, that showcase. It's one of those things, man, where you want to relive those things, and 2K needs to do a better job at getting showcased to help you relive things. I don't want my game to cut into a real life cutscene. It's hard, man, to even make content on something like that. You want to be able to play it and do different things, man. Like, that would be really cool stream content, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Personally, I'm just hoping that they do away from that slingshot mechanic and allow us to really just enjoy Showcase the way it was made to be enjoyed. So we'll see what happens with that, man. But my last one, it is Triple H. And a lot of you guys are going to laugh in the IWC because there's this running joke that Triple H makes himself the center attraction of everything. He'll put himself last on the commercials, comes out at the big pay-per-views first. So it is funny if he were to get a showcase, but I think that that's a guy who's obviously his career's over. And personally, I would love to see, you know, a Triple H showcase. I feel like that would be one of the good ones. We would get, you know, Shawn Michaels, Taker. Like, there would just be a lot of stuff involved with a Triple H showcase. And I think that if it's done correctly, it could probably be the best one we've gotten in the series. Honestly, to me, the 30 years of WrestleMania showcase in 2K14, that to me was my favorite, you know, showcase ever. I just thought that there was just such a good job done with it. But I think the Triple H one, in terms of individuals getting a showcase, I think that this one could most definitely be the best one we've seen yet. So I am excited to see what they could do with a Triple H type showcase, because man, there's a lot of wrestlers that deserve it, obviously. But I feel like Triple H, he's been there since the beginning. You can do the Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and then you have him do the, you know, he was supposed to win King of the Ring, obviously, but Stone Cold did, and we see how that ended for Stone Cold. But man, I just think if you carry out his whole career, then you carry DX, I just think that it could be, you know, a really cool showcase. And I think that that's one of my top ones, honestly. Like the Roman Reigns Bloodline one, I think that's the one I would like to see with his title reign. But if they didn't give me that one, a Triple H one would definitely suffice. I don't know which other one they could do, man. I would like to see The Rock, but I think The Rock might get another title reign. So I feel like right now is one of those times where maybe you kind of just hold back on The Rock. I think he could be the cover this year, though, and I wouldn't mind that, because he's going to have a completely different look in 2K25, and I think that's going to be one of the most hyped up things this upcoming year, being able to see a final boss version of The Rock and all that. I think is going to be big, man, and it's one of those things where I wouldn't mind seeing a showcase for The Rock as well. But if I had to choose between Triple H and The Rock, simply because of the point that they're at in careers and everything like that, it would be Triple H, because I would know for sure nothing else is being added to Triple H's career, since obviously he's the creative director back there. So I don't know, man. Personally, I would love to see what they could do different with this year's showcase. It has a lot of flaws. We already spoke about the slingshot mechanic earlier in the video, and that's really my biggest flaw. You know, and I think that this year arenas being locked turned me off a little bit more, because I bought the accelerator, I bought the season pass, I bought the most expensive edition, and I still had to go into showcase and play, you know, to get arenas. And showcase, to me, it feels like a job instead of, you know, being able to relive some of my favorite moments as a WWE fan. And I just hope that 2K knows how to reinstill that feeling back into the game, because I feel like it's been this way since the slingshot mechanic made his way, you know, onto the game. So I am hoping, man, for the future we see some big changes in the showcase mode. But if we don't, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. They're not going to do away with it if they don't do away with it this year. So hopefully some changes do come in. But yeah, man, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to stay tuned for more, man, as we're going to come back to you with more 2K25. I'm going to catch y'all. Peace.